Hey everyone, it's David out here in Korea on week 33. This week started off kind of overcast, pretty cloudy, pretty gloomy, but the weather's warmed up quite a bit, so that's nice. The weather's been topping out about the mid 70s and has been for a little while, so been pretty nice, not too bad. It's always great when the sun comes out. But since it's a cloud covered day, I decided to stay in and kind of meal prep for the week. I've been trying to eat a little bit healthier. I think I keep saying that, but trying to get a little bit better at it. So decided to make some chickpeas and some chicken meatballs that my wife suggested I make. And so I ended up starting out with a couple of chickpeas and rinsing the preservatives off of it and throwing it in the air fryer and let those roast for a little while. And they came out pretty good. And then to make chicken meatballs, you need ground chicken, which you can't find ground chicken out here. So I had to improvise and make my own ground chicken. And to do that, just bought a bunch of the smallest chicken strips that I could find, cut those up as small as I could, and then it's just a process of continually chopping into smaller and smaller pieces and trying to keep it contained on this cutting board is a little bit hard to do, but yeah, just a process of cutting over and over and over and again until you get small enough pieces in order to form it the way that you want to. And after about 20 minutes of just continually chopping, finally got it to the consistency I wanted. And then after that, added it to a bowl, and then you can spice it pretty well however you want to. Add some breadcrumbs to it. I put garlic powder and garlic salt and then some red pepper flakes in there as well. And then put a little bit of oil on there. And once you do that, it makes a good congealed mess, and you can bind it all together. And this was about 1 pound of chicken, and I think it probably produced about 18, 20 meatballs, something like that. So not a bad number. But mix all that together, and then once it's thoroughly mixed, you can start actually rolling everything into actual meatballs. So once I got those put together, it takes a little while to do all of them, but it's worth it in the end. But once I got them all put together and put them the way I wanted and spiced the way I wanted, threw them in the air fryer. I think I use the air fryer more than any other appliance that I have in my kitchen, but I air fry quite a bit of stuff. Just seems like the healthier option, and sometimes don't need to use the oven just for one person, but air fryer comes in really handy in these instances. So fried them in there for about 12 minutes or so, and air fryer cooks them up pretty quickly. Distributed it out amongst my lunch containers and threw the chickpeas in there, and I had lunches through the rest of the week and was good to go. I think I might do the chicken meatballs again. Chickpeas, probably not. Chickpeas are a little hard to eat out of a lunch container, but they're not bad. Maybe I'd do them a different way next time. But after that, it was good to go. So the next morning I woke up to a bunch of smog in the air, and air quality just wasn't that great. I could already tell as soon as I woke up because I was congested and kind of stuffy, and my eyes have been very itchy lately, and usually that happens whenever the smog kind of rolls in. So I didn't really do a whole lot this week, and then sometimes that's just kind of how the weeks go. I don't have much to pack into a video, so I kind of cleaned up around my place a little bit and took some time to read a little bit, and it's been a tough week. There's been a lot that's been going on, kind of a lack of sleep, and lots of work and little sleep is kind of what it's come down to this week. So I needed time to recharge and kind of recuperate just a little bit. And I really didn't do too much this week except just kind of clean up around my place and kind of recharge as much as possible and get ready for the next week, because it's probably going to be a tough one too. Some of the stuff I got in my place has been getting unruly and kind of unkempt, so I always enjoy coming back to everything organized and putting its proper location and place for everything and everything in its place. So about every once a month at least, I try to make a solid effort to do that, make everything organized and look like it should, and keep it all kempt. And so I decided I'd do that today. Decided to catch up on some laundry too. Like I said, it's been kind of a long week and kind of falling down on that job, so took the opportunity to make sure I caught up and got that all folded and put away. These appliances that they have in this unit here are not too bad, but they are very, very loud. So if you're trying to record a video, or if you're trying to watch a movie or anything while the dryer or the washer machine is going, it's just too loud to even function. So I usually have to start the load of laundry, and then I'll take off, do whatever I need to, and come back and finish it up later. But this dryer in particularly in particular is kind of annoying and a little bit of a pain, because I don't know if this is some kind of efficiency it has, but it seems to wrinkle the clothes as it's drying them. So I never pull clothes out of the dryer not wrinkled. No matter how long I wait afterwards or how soon I wait afterwards, they're always wrinkled, but it is what it is. I'm grateful to have it at least. So I woke up, I think it was Saturday morning. Saturday morning, still a lot of haze in the air, still a lot of smog, and it looked like the sun was trying to come out, which was kind of nice. And then by the time I got outside to go run some errands, it looked like the sun had come out and some of the haze was burning off a little bit. So that was nice. And you can definitely tell that springtime has hit. So every tree is in bloom and every bush has flowers on it. It looks really nice. Not as nice as home, but nothing ever will be. So I decided to stop at this place. This is just a Starbucks that I usually go to and grab a coffee in the morning whenever I can and try to get the day started off. On the way back from the Starbucks, I saw one of these birds. I think they're magpies, but we call them cowbirds just because they're always black and white and it's not a consistent pattern. It's kind of splotchy. But I had to get some work done on the car that I have, and I decided while I was in the shop, I'd get a little bit of lunch. So I just went to a convenience store and grabbed a packaged sandwich. They always have Korean egg salad sandwiches and peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, so I ended up getting some of those. And they're pretty good, not too bad. Yeah, I'm always like the egg salad sandwiches because whenever they give it to you, they always cut the crust off of them. And I never really liked the crust on the bread, so it's kind of nice that you can just buy it with the crust off of it. So I sat there in the sun for a little while, and it was actually nice to be able to just sit in the sun for a little bit. I think I've been slacking on doing that. Back in Florida, you don't really get a choice. You're in the sun no matter what, and I love it so much. But here, I'm indoors quite a bit, and I don't really think about going and sitting outside because, going and sitting outside, you usually want an activity to go to sit outside, and didn't really have that. But I got the car all buttoned up and decided wanted to go get some Korean eggs. There's a specific brand of eggs that I always get that tastes really, really good. And I've showed them in the video before, but they taste like they already have butter and salt in them, even though they're just regular eggs. But you can only get them whenever you go out to these 7-Elevens or these, I think they're called GS20s or different convenience stores. So I went there and decided to get some of those eggs. And I wish they would sell them. They sell them in a 2-pack. I wish they would sell them in a dozen at a time, because if they sold them at a dozen at a time, I'd probably eat a whole lot more of them. But these are the eggs that I'm talking about, and they're actually really, really good. So I got 6 of them all together, and I gave 2 of them away to somebody else. But I've already eaten quite a few of them. So on the way back, decided to walk through a couple of little areas where people have little gardens and things like that going, just to see what the progress looks like. And I walked down a street that I haven't walked through before, and I noticed there was a flower shop there that I had never seen before. And I'm a sucker for houseplants, and I decided I had to go take a look. And they had a bunch of cool stuff, a bunch of neat plants, but I ultimately decided I have too many plants already, and I forewent any additions to the plant stash that I have already. But I think I might come back here and peruse this one a little bit more. In Korea, nothing really has a price on it. Everything is kind of subject to how much you want to pay and how much they want to haggle for. So I'm never really sure how much anything is. So this may be the most expensive plant shop. It may not be. No telling. On the way back to my place, I also met a cat friend. He meowed at me quite a bit. I offered him some eggs, and then he ran off. And that was about it for the week. So thanks everybody for watching, and God bless you all, and hope everybody has a good week.